Right now, the world's changing. And I feel like we're maybe seeing a shift in the paradigm. We're moving from one phase to another phase. We've just had this 2 years pandemic lockdown. Now the stories are all about war in Ukraine. I haven't made a video like this for a while about just talking and about kind of serious stuff. But I've been thinking a lot about this recently. I mean, I even stopped drinking because I was in another world trying to work out how to adjust and approach this changing world. And the one thing that helped me the most, and the one thing that also made me think the most and confused me the most, is thinking about what my purpose is in life. I'm going to talk a bit about me here, but more I want to inspire and help other people think things through. I constantly consider this as well. Of course, everyone's goal in life is maybe to be happy. Or maybe it's as simple as just feeding your family. And me too. I like to feed my family. It's a good idea. Otherwise they're going to complain. Actually, just holding this camera here and talking to it and showing you things through my lens has been really, really such a great thing for me. It gives me purpose and it gives me happiness when I know I can make people happy. And when I know I can show people places they wouldn't have gone otherwise. When I can do something educational, when I can show you my projects. I mean, this is my life, and I share certain parts of my life that I feel like give me purpose. I get these questions often why I don't feature my family when I do this, and that's simply because I've worked hard on my family life and my marriage and everything over the years, and it's in a good place. I mean, just because it's not on the internet doesn't mean it's bad. Some people assume that. No, it's not the case. And in fact, I get to the stage of I don't want to spoil it by putting it all over the internet and by making it public and by opening it up to questioning and talking about and so on. Because I've always tried not to make my vlogs about me. I don't like to make it about me. I like being on the other side of the camera actually, but it's a blessing that I can do this. And so I feel like I'd rather focus on those things that I do. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about purpose and a lot about what I love to do. And honestly, I love to explore places. That's number one. And the other thing is I love to build things. I love to create things. I love to, in my own little way, make little differences in the world, you know? And I have a few little things in the pipeline, but they've kind of been held up by circumstances and by other people and so on and so forth. And so I've got to try to go with the flow a lot more. And that's been one of my biggest struggles in life, is going with the flow, especially in times like this that are they're difficult. Everything's changing. I question myself every time I go out traveling. It's almost as if I have this guilt on me because for the last couple of years we've going traveling has kind of been a bit of a taboo thing, right? And sometimes I think, am I showing too much? Am I showing off? And I'm not trying to do any of those things, but I always consider, hey, maybe people are gonna misunderstand me. I have this internal dialogue that goes on and on and on a lot of the time, but I always go back at the end to my purpose, which is I want to make a difference in the world. I want to make people happy. I want to help people in the best ways. I really love what I do. Recently I've been going through this stage of just total disbelief that this is what I do. It's crazy for me that this is my life. I came to the Philippines in 2016 and I was a photographer. And I gave that up thinking that I had to do something more run-of-the-mill and boring. And then I came full circle, and here I am doing this. I guess we're all lucky in our own ways, because, as you know, if you've been following me for a while, I've been unlucky with my health at times. It's been improving a lot. The last couple of months it's dipped a little bit, but we're getting back on the train. And mostly that's by focusing, really focusing on my purpose. And since I'm here, I know someone who has much more wisdom than me on this, and hopefully she's happy to let me stick my camera in the face. Hello.
Hello.
I'm very sorry to disturb you with the camera. I want to get something from your brain, pick your brain and pick your wisdom.
But I could give you my brain. It's not the old brain. You have to look for another Daot brain. For okay, what can I do for you?
The highlights from the side. It looks better. I can see you this way.
Yeah.
I want to just ask you how it's best to deal with changing times like this one, and also how we find purpose through that, and how we stick to our real purpose when times are changing and times are difficult with whatever's going on. And
Let it reach 20,000, because the record holder now is Colas, paying 16,000 last month, I think. So you have to top the list this time. You make utang for 20,000.
Kulas is the real para utang, not me. Okay, I have permission. I'm only at a small amount of utang because I'm not a big spender.
I will let you stay like 1 month, especially in your area, and then you drink a lot with your friends, and you buy from me beer. Let's see if you'll not reach 20,000.
Did I tell you though that I'm sober at the moment?
I noticed. Because
Yeah.
before you come just to drink beer. Now you didn't.
No, I'm behaving. I'm behaving. I'm taking a break
you're
because of
accepting
that.
that you're misbehaving before.
That's all right. I'm Daot.
Life is a constant change, you know. You ask me like what we're going to do, how to face the changes. I am already this old, Daot, but I know everything we have in this earth is constantly changing. The weather changes, life changes. Sometimes life is good, sometimes life sucks. So every time I'm faced with this dilemma, especially, you know, like at first, I wouldn't deny, I really got anxious. I got my anxiety attack and I got depression, you know. Who wouldn't be? Maybe if you are in my place, you would be the out again, you know. Correct?
Correct.
Oh yeah, but you know, I always do this. When I was younger, I had seen our house down when the whole town got burned. You know, our house got burned, and another time I was already 20s, in my 20s, when our new house got burned again, because some other houses near the church got burned, and it spread to the whole town. Because the irony of it is like, until now we don't have proper fire station. Now we have already, but not that successful. But before we really don't have. You know, if a property got burned, like everything is put out mano-mano. You know what mano-mano?
No,
It's
not
manual. You know? It's manual.
That was more simple than I thought.
Yeah, they carry it and they try to turn off the fire by just throwing pails of water. So that's you cannot expect the whole town burning and just put it off with pails of water, you know. So like, but after that, like, I noticed, even not me, a lot of people, who had this disaster from the typhoons, hurricanes, fire. You know, life became hard, and eventually life becomes better. So I am expecting, even though this very negative thing we see, I still have plans to make the most of it. Like after everything is done, then I will see what I can do. Now, especially that summer is coming, so I don't expect the waves to be cruel, not so cruel. Like I just want to clarify people, like people saying, "No, why are you taking sands in front of you? Because it will become very deep." No, that's wrong. Because the ocean, when the tide comes in, it brings more sand. So even if it's you take sand, the ocean will replenish the sand. And also,
it's just seasonal, right?
yeah. And also, it doesn't happen every year. Like once in a while. Like last month, I told you, the ocean gave me a lot of sand. Like maybe around 2 feet. This area is pure sand. It's constantly changing. Anselm, had you noticed that one, what's that? Like a mountain,
yep.
mount of sand. It was not there before. And also the other side, there's another one. So basically, it grow there, the sand grow over here, and then it formed a cove. So like the water was compressed in our area. So I don't blame anyone. It's really nature.
It's nature, right?
Yeah, it's nature. Keep pushing, trying our best, make the most of it. Think positive, do everything positive, and then let's lift up everything to God.
My other question is along the lines of I like to talk about. I'm doing a very serious vlog today.
Oh,
It's unusual for me.
yeah. But
I want to talk about finding your purpose in life, and because that's something that I struggled with recently, is trying to work out what is my purpose. And so I just want to ask about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Daot, I know that's always your dilemma, right? You always had a problem, like sometimes you don't understand yourself. And always I tell you, yeah, like whatever it is, whatever situation you are in, just find, like my father said, find anything that is good in it. Even in the most negative situation, there is always this. I myself, I always believe, even the worst thing that happened to us, there's always a reason. I don't believe that everything happened by accident. I always think that everything God allows things to happen for a purpose. Things happen for a reason. There's always a purpose. For the time being, sometimes we can't explain. We really don't understand. But when the time comes and everything is laid in front of you and it's there already, so you will say, "Oh, now I understand why this thing happened before, why this thing happened before." Because some things don't happen, like example, life has this purpose in your life. Now, there is this situation. Now, sometimes this cannot happen if this thing did not happen first. Like if I am being used by God as an empty vessel, I cannot be used as a vessel if I am full. So God has to empty me. I know. At this point in time, I cannot just really understand. I should be honest. I cannot understand fully. What I can do now is just think that something better will happen in the future.
Yeah.
Same as you. Whatever you are in, sometimes before when you are down, I said you have to conquer the fear, the demons inside us, and then we'll go places. Let's understand what is happening when the time comes.
Actually, I like that because that often gives me great comfort in life when I know that, okay, actually, some people are afraid of losing control. And I've been learning that actually, if I lose control, it's a good thing because someone else is dealing with it for me. And I like that. Sometimes I go out and I have no idea what I'm doing this week. And then someone sends me a message. "Oh, do you want to come here? Do you want to do this?" Okay, sounds good. And then I work off that, and I try, and sometimes I let the world take me sometimes, because if you stop nature, good luck to you.
No, the world will not stop for us. The world will constantly evolve, and then we'll be left behind if we will not catch up. You know, everything like what I can say is always, as I told you, and Colas also, don't push too much. Don't push to the limits. Like we have our own limitations, but the best thing is to live your life is to be what you are. Be yourself. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to shout, shout. If you want to fight, fight. And then deal everything in a very casual manner.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Yeah.
If some people don't like you, kalas, no problem. If some people loves you, okay, I love you too. Don't like me, no problem.
Everyone loves you, Mama Rose.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Of
you.
course, and thank you. You know, me and Mama Rose have chats all the time. Always, and like this, and we talk, and I talk to Mama Rose
We
because
always joke.
she has wisdom. Yeah, most of the time we joke, but Mama Rose has wisdom about things, and she'll actually it's a good Filipino trait that you can just, even in the bad times, you can joke.
Yeah,
You laugh
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
You notice
awesome.
it.
It's awesome. Sometimes I feel bad about laughing at things, and then I realise everyone else is laughing more than me. Okay, good. Yeah. I love it. It's awesome.
Even Kulas,
Yeah.
we joke. I was hanging, I
Yeah.
was sitting down on top of the steps, and we were like laughing.
Yeah,
What can you do?
exactly.
So,
Yeah, exactly. What can you do? Yeah, I like it.
then just sit down, relax, and laugh.
Yes, exactly.
Tomorrow is another day.
Yeah.
You have bad time now. Tomorrow is another day.
Yeah, exactly. It keeps me going sometimes.
Correct.
All right. Thank you. Sorry to disturb you.
No problem.
I know it's okay, but
I'm just waiting
polite,
for.
but,
I'm just waiting for ingredients for the order of Kulas to be complete, and then I'm going to cook for him. For you guys, I know
Nice. Oh.
you'll be included.
I'm going back to Davao actually.
Now,
No, yeah. Me and Junjun are going.
when are you coming back?
Oh, next week perhaps, something like that.
Let me know
I'll be
because
there.
maybe I'll ask. Maybe I will buy something big, and I will ask him to.
Of course.
If you don't have a lot of things
That's
in your
okay.
car.
I like to transport things here. I still remember my massive overloaded truck of Amacan. That was fun.
Yes.
That was fun. That was really fun.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for your.
No problem.
Because I tried talking about it and I realised I don't know that much.
I like to hear you sometimes talking about serious things in life because you had already, you're being Daot, you had already featured like what kind of personality you have. So people are expecting that you're always Daot, you're always crazy, but they didn't know like there are times when we talk about serious things, okay, right? So sometimes I really love that side of you.
I like that. Sometimes I have to be the commander, no?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, it should be your
Yeah.
Commander. And
Yeah.
the Daot is another side.
Yeah,
So when
yeah,
you put them together, it's Commander
Daot, yeah. And, that name's a very, very long story. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a
okay.
nice day.
Yes.
And if you travel, drive safe. Oh, you're driving. You might arrive Davao in 2 hours, huh?
I don't do that anymore. I have new tyres.
Oh.
They're good. They stick to the road. And I got called Hamburg for saying I have new tyres yesterday. I was like, don't call me Hamburg, eh? I'm being safe. No,
Because
I'm going to do Davao in 4 hours. I think. Be
If
careful.
you buy 2 tires, you have a lot of money. It's
Yeah, that's
actually
right.
expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive, huh?
Yeah,
They are very
yeah.
expensive.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
have a nice day.
Have a nice day too. Have a nice day,
Okay.
Mama. Bye-bye.
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 Okay.
Time check 11:17. Your flight is at 3:40, right?
Yeah,
Okay, we need to be in Davao by 3 o'clock. I think I can do it.
I think you can do it. I'm hoping,
I like your trust.
I'm hoping you can do it.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Davao. We did it in 3 hours. Managed it.
So fast, man.
I'm actually
I'm
quite
so
amazed
surprised.
as well. Me too.
So much time to spare, man.
I know. What's going on? You've got like an hour.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
It's mad. Right, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
See
I owe
you
you
soon,
one.
man.
I definitely owe you one.
Let's get a beer soon when I'm
Yeah.
drinking again. Yeah,
I'll
let's
be
do
back.
it. Yeah. See you soon, eh?
Yeah, see you soon. Take care.
Yeah. All the best, huh? All the best. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
next time.
See ya.